Welcome back to Night School. I'm Jessie Zand.
I'm Alana Cloud Robinson.
I'm Isabella Hunter.
And we are here for the Christmas extravaganza episode. Woo!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Hanukkah. Why did you look at me when you said that? Her eyes went right to me. Everyone saw it. Everyone saw it. Her eyes went straight to me.
I didn't. I was looking
Happy
at
Kwanzaa.
her.
And we have a guest today.
And we have a guest today.
Kaylin.
Kaylin.
Hello.
Kaylin is my college roommate. We lived together for 3 years, and she's here in LA visiting. And we've had such a fucking blast. We have had an experience.
Do I hear something? Is that sleigh bells? I think Santa's coming, and I think he wants to get you a gift card to Funny Girl Vintage.
No way. That's what I've been wanting.
Well, you're on the good list.
Really?
Nice list. Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
You're on the
Maybe.
Moderately
list.
well-behaved.
Yeah,
list.
moderately
You're
well
like,
behaved.
we'll give her
a gift card.
Yeah.
like Santa comes by and he like throws your present out. Like he doesn't go down the chimney.
No.
Me either. He doesn't even stop at my house. He's like Jew. Even though I have celebrated Christmas so many times. Funny Girl Vintage, the place to get your Christmas gifts. If you want to get a friend like a little chic top or a little, I mean, it's going to be too
camisole
late
I'm
by
wearing.
the time this episode comes out, kind of.
Sure,
ship
she'll
fast.
overnight it.
She'll overnight it. You might have to pay for it.
Sarah's sitting there like, what?
Yeah. Sarah's like,
I don't have time
for
for
this.
that.
Yeah. Funny Girl Vintage is your go-to destination for curated designer vintage pieces that'll have you looking and feeling fabulous. For our listeners, you can get 10% off using our special code NIGHT. That's right.
How do you spell that?
I know it doesn't sound like a real word, but it's spelled N-I-G-H-T.
One more time, please.
N-I-G-H-T. Thank Funny Girl Vintage for sponsoring this episode. As we love taxonomy on this podcast, we've established. What Christmas song are you?
I feel like we're really stretching the definition of taxonomy for these little bits. I like looked it up because I was not sure, and I was like, it's a stretch. We love putting it's also
Labels.
like
Categorizing.
Categorizing. It's a girl thing too.
It is. It's
You
why
know,
we love
putting things in-
astrology.
It's true. We love categorizing. So what was the question?
What Christmas song are you?
What Christmas? Obviously, I'm Baby It's Cold Outside.
I was gonna say. I think
Yeah.
I think your Baby It's Cold Outside. Your Jingle Bells.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Maybe Jingle Bell Rock.
Maybe Jingle
Yeah,
Bell.
honestly, Jingle Bell
Definitely
Rock.
not Jingle Bells.
No, you're not
That's
Jingle
like
Bells.
the most lame Christmas song
Sorry.
ever. Jingle Bells, Jingle Bell.
Jingle Bell Rock. Jingle Bell
Yeah,
Rock.
Jingle Bell
Yeah.
Rock, I'll take.
You're- I saw-
Santa Tell Me.
Oh yeah.
Love that song.
Santa
Here,
Tell Me.
I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
I was gonna say that. I was thinking it.
Really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it was Last Christmas because that's so
that's true.
cunty. Like Last Christmas, I gave you my heart, but the very next
Oh, yeah,
day,
yeah.
you
Attract.
Yeah.
me weaponizing vulnerability through
Yes,
song
for Christmas.
for Christmas through the holidays.
Doesn't
Actually,
matter
I have
if
to
it's
change my
Christmas.
answer to just one of those Latin songs. You know, the one of those songs like totally in Latin.
Love.
Where it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
one of those.
The demonic ones,
Yeah.
the demonic Christmas
Yeah.
demonic
songs.
Catholic
Yeah.
hymns of Christmas.
Yeah, they remind me of childhood, and it feels.
That actually brings us to our next question. What holiday traditions? Like, what were some of your holiday traditions growing up?
Cookies
Cookies, like for Santa,
for me.
for you. You were like, "Fuck that guy."
Like when I was little, yeah. But I actually, funny story, I approached my parents when I was like 6 and I was like, listen, he's not real, is he?
I did the same thing.
Really?
I was the exact same thing. I
Wow,
waited.
Intelligent children.
I waited until, because they were like, yeah, Santa's going to come down the chimney. And I went up to the chimney and I looked and I saw the caricature of Santa being fat. And I was like, look, I don't know much about physics, but I'm almost certain that guy cannot fit down that hole. So I'm going to wait here all night. And I'm going to wait until I see this fat guy break into our house. And it was just my mother like ushering things. And I was like, I knew it.
I kind of
Lies.
always understood Santa as like a metaphysical principle.
Close to
I saw
source.
my parents, and I one day was setting things up, and I was like, he exists in spirit, and that's okay. But my favorite Christmas tradition was putting my shoes out for St. Niklaus, and then they would be filled with nuts and marbles and other little trinkets the next morning.
Never heard
Because I went to a Waldorf school. Nobody, St. Niklaus. No, bless you. When St. Niklaus it's a good thing when St. Niklaus fills your shoes with nuts and marbles and such. If you're bad, St. Niklaus and his This is the truth.
He kills you.
No.
He maims you.
No, it's far
He burns your
crazier.
house down and kills your entire family.
It's far crazier than that. We have to remember this is a Dutch thing. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So Saint Niklaus, if you're bad, it used to be his 6 to 8 slaves would come in the night and kidnap you, but then later on it became his 6 to 8 black friends. But they're all like the very like
homies
caricatured.
pulling up.
They have like plates in their lips and like bones in their noses. They still celebrate like Zwarte Piet in Dutch.
They're
That's
inherently
crazy.
racist.
What is
Yeah.
Zwarte Piet?
Zwarte Piet. You want to Google Zwarte Piet and tell us what it is? It's a festival. I think it's a Dutch festival where all the white people dress up as this beloved character. So they all do blackface with the big like Sambo lips and. Yeah, they do it like as recently as like a couple years ago.
That's crazy.
But I loved Saint Niklaus and I put my shoes out for him and he filled it with marbles.
Were you so excited? When
I
you
was
got
so
the marbles?
excited when I
You're
got the marbles.
Marbles
Yeah,
were
we did
kind
it
of
at
the
school.
shit.
It was amazing. We'd put our shoes out because we had to put our shoes out anyway.
You had to put your clogs
class,
out,
our
your
clogs
wooden
out.
your
Yeah.
wooden clogs that they'd fill with marbles.
Our felt shoes.
Yeah, our felt shoes.
And then we would be in class and then we'd come out and there'd be like a bunch of walnuts in them and marbles.
Yum.
One time I put one of the marbles in my mouth and I swallowed it and then I cried. Never found it.
It never came out?
It's still in there. I mean, it probably.
If you shake me really hard, it's like a
Like, ding,
it's like
ding,
a
ding, ding,
pinball
ding.
machine.
Is it real, Kaylin?
This is wild. I just see a bunch of people
Yeah.
in blackface.
Yeah, Zwarte Piet.
Sounds like the Dutch to me. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Why is that just kidding?
They did invent. We have some. Yeah. I don't want to offend, our listeners who are being offensive themselves.
Yeah. We do have
we don't want to alienate anyone.
Yeah, we don't want to alienate.
Yeah. You're welcome here. Even though
The first thing that comes up is in Holland, Santa doesn't have elves; he has slaves.
Yeah. No, they're his friends. They're his friends. They come in the night. There's 6 to 8 of them, and they put you in a sack and they beat you with a switch. So you have to be very good.
sounds like he's like,
if you want your marbles, you have to be very good.
I also just love how like the true nature of so many of these childhood stories are like inherently evil, bad, racist,
Yeah.
scary, and involve some sort of
punishment,
physical
Well, that was
punishment.
Well, the funny thing
norm.
was about this story was like all throughout my childhood, we just knew about Saint Niklaus and they didn't talk to us about like the threat of what bad kids got.
Yeah.
But then I had this like edgy, like hippie teacher when I was in like 7th grade who was like, you want to know the real story of Saint Niklaus and his friends who come in the night to beat you? And we were like, what? And she was like, they were his slaves. And we were like, what?
That's wild.
And then she showed us the pictures, and the pictures, like the depictions, are like I said, like plates and bones, and like the really like racist African
caricatures.
Yeah, it was really crazy.
That's wild.
But I loved it. I loved the holiday.
The only for me the holiday tradition that I love because my parents were. Side note: my parents were. I think we've talked about this. I was like raised like hardcore atheist, so we didn't really have like a lot of like typical holiday traditions. Like we'd celebrate Christmas, but just for shits and gigs. But we would do white elephant exchange. That was our holiday tradition.
I'm going to yours.
You're
this
coming.
year.
Yeah, you're coming.
I will bring a gift for that one.
I'm so excited. And so every year we would bring like the most like the qualifications for this white elephant are very our white elephant exchange are very specific. It's you have to bring a gift that is so horrific you're embarrassed to donate. And so things that have been exchanged at my family's white elephant gift exchange have been a Justin Bieber sex blow-up doll.
I wouldn't be embarrassed to take that. I would take it immediately.
A handmade pillowcase with shirtless men and like hearts on it. A VHS of like some guy's bongo lessons class.
I like that one.
Yeah, truly like the most useless gifts possible and something that you would be so truly embarrassed to donate. And so that's really been my holiday tradition. So we just have like a junk closet. Like I went in there because I had another white elephant gift exchange and I found a bath bomb that was just called a lump of coal. Unused. So I brought that and a pair of Coca-Cola boxers.
Cute.
I like that.
Mom did one at her school this week. She brought home a mini waffle maker.
Oh, that's actually a good one. That's a good gift.
It's a great gift.
Also, we went to the yesterday to get gifts for this toy exchange, for this thing that we went to last night, had a Paris Hilton mini waffle maker. That was one of the most, it was like bright pink and had like the Paris Hilton waffle. I didn't even know she had like a waffle. She has a line of everything.
I saw this deep dive on her the other day, and I kind of knew this, but just seeing it, I guess her family's not that rich because of a trust or something.
Interesting.
Like she didn't get like that big fortune.
The Hilton Hotel
her dad's
fortune.
an investment banker, so he made really good money, but it's not the Hilton fortune she's living off of. The reason she's so rich is because of her perfumes.
That's what I've heard.
And maybe handbags and stuff, but mostly perfumes in the international market. Because, like, she's been selling her Paris Hilton perfume since she was probably 18 or 19.
Kaylin, will you look up how much Paris Hilton has made off her perfumes?
It's also important to note that she did not know this was going to be an aspect of her guesting appearance, and she's literally like,
I wish I brought my laptop.
Yeah. But she's made like over 20 different perfumes throughout her career.
And they all
So
make
the waffle maker is along the lines, like, she's a capitalist Barbie.
I love it.
She's a businesswoman.
It's such a sleigh. I aspire to have a night school waffle maker or line of perfumes. Ooh, if you had a perfume, what would it be? What would it smell like?
Oh. Like fresh soil.
I was going to say like a wet forest.
Yeah.
Moss.
Fresh soil, but with
Mulch.
like
Horse manure.
gasoline, jasmine. That's it.
And Jewel.
Jewel.
And Jewel.
Tobacco, mango Jewel smoke.
Oh, R.I.P.
Yeah.
How much, Kaylin?
$2 billion.
Paris Hilton
That's
has
pretty
made
good.
$2 billion off perfumes. That's insane.
And then she married a guy who's like a VC or like,
Yeah.
no, not VC. Yeah, like tech VC.
He's like an
guy.
angel investor. Yeah.
So
yeah.
he's like loaded.
Yeah. Perfume, would your smell if you had a
Yeah,
perfume?
it would smell like a forest after the rain.
Best.
It would smell like, I don't know, incense. It'd probably smell like a holistic bookstore.
Yeah.
You know?
Incense. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have
I know.
such a weak sense of smell. I've never really got into perfume. Like I use
Really?
the Egyptian musk from Rainbow Acres.
Love.
I took her to Rainbow Acres.
Really, Rainbow Acres is the
That's
best, right?
great.
Yeah.
It's the best place in the entire world.
It was so great.
Ugh, don't
I
tell
love
me.
their little baskets.
I know. Oh yeah, you put them in the little. Amazing.
Yeah, it's
the
in
best
the
place
little
ever.
cart.
Yeah.
I was like, because Kaylin has been our OG listener since day one.
Biggest fan.
Literally, like if we're. By the way, sorry that last episode is late, but we've been having a good time and give me a life.
Honestly, you guys can wait.
Yeah, you can wait, but the next couple,
You
we've
guys
got a
can
lot
wait.
coming in 2025. Thank you for listening. We love you.
We have some crazy collabs and sponsorships on the way.
Insane.
Manifesting.
You literally have no idea. We don't either. But I took
It's
her
a surprise to everyone.
It's a surprise to
But I
everyone.
can feel it intuitively.
I can feel it intuitively too.
Yeah.
No, this next year is going to be. You know what? We're bleeping that because no free sponsorship.
True.
You guys are coming in. We dedicated a whole clip to that hasn't been posted, but
Are you gonna bleep that you just said it there so they're not gonna know who we're like calling out to pay us?
yes,
They
that
don't-
erectile dysfunction medicine that
Okay.
sponsors all the podcasts. Yeah, no free sponsorship on an all-female podcast.
Yeah, our listenership is like 6% men. So I don't know if they're for us. They have a female Blue Chew.
Really?
No.
Pink Chew?
Sponsorship would be better, higher with men if they could hear you. No,
I think it would be higher if they couldn't hear us.
Yeah, are you
If we
kidding
were
me?
just
Yeah.
Yeah,
You mean
honestly.
silently-
Mute.
Yeah.
Keida, men don't want to hear me talk.
But yeah, men don't
Men don't
want to
wanna hear any of
talk.
us talk.
I want to hear you talk.
You're in that 6%, honey, and that's
Yeah,
it.
welcome
That's
to the
true.
6%.
I know,
You're
I
the
think
minority.
I'm pretty sure that's just
It's just Keida. It's just Keida sending our clips around going, book the cave.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, another question. What's the most important lesson the holidays or like this time of year teaches you or has taught you? You're like,
We both dissociated. By the way, like, at the same time.
I was like, what time of year is it? What, huh? What has the holidays taught me? That it's honestly, I've learned to really love winter and enjoy like the early nights and just sit inside, read a book, write, just enjoy. Because I love my alone time, but I also love just like hanging out with people in a very chill kind of cozy setting.
Yeah.
Watching a movie,
Yeah.
having a warm beverage.
As she drinks an iced latte.
I know, I should have gotten a warm one.
I feel honestly the same thing. I used to
Yeah.
really hate the cold
Same.
and the dark. And now I feel like the older I get, the more I'm like, give me the cold, give me the dark.
So, yeah, I've learned to really enjoy this season. I'm a winter baby.
You
I was
are.
technically
Me
born
too.
in winter.
Yeah.
Early March.
Early March, yeah.
You're a
And-
winter baby through and through.
Yeah, you guys are winter. You two are like, oh, I'm so excited for the winter, which has been a good
Influence.
It's a good influence on me because I'm the
You hate
opposite.
it.
I'm a summer baby, like 9/11.
It could change though. I used to be a summer girl. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Like,
The winter for me, when things start to get dark, I'm so affected by sunshine. And if that's why living in Portland was so hard for me. It really starts to like depress my mood. Like I get into, this is typically my depressive episode type of year. It's been a lesson of reflection. It's like take this time to be indoors, have an early night, the need to fill the void all the time, which is something I constantly am struggling with. I feel that intensely during this time of year, and it has taught me to kind of do an opposite action and be like, okay, if this is what I'm feeling, let's take account of why I'm feeling that way, and then let's also look back and like practice some gratitude and be like, wow, look at what we've accomplished, look at what
yeah, it's like
we've
a
done.
review.
A
of
review,
the year.
absolutely.
I like that. I used to fear that because I would be like, these are all the things I haven't done, and I'm not where I want to be. But now I'm kind of trying to be optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
Be grateful.
Be grateful.
Gratitude. It's a season for gratitude.
It's a season for
Agreed.
gratitude and reconnecting with old friends, like having new experiences, like not letting necessarily the shit weather. I say that living in California where it's like not even that bad, but for me, I'm
Southern California too. Like our winter, I'm dramatic. I wear like my North Face puffer and my furs, but
There
like,
is also a culture where like 49 degrees anywhere is
It's
like
cold.
is not pleasant.
Yes.
it's
And there's a
actually
culture in
cold
LA
here.
that's so annoying where people are like, it's not even that cold. And I'm
you
like,
just need a light jacket.
it's 48
Shut
degrees,
up.
49
You're also
degrees
from
at night.
Ohio. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
sorry,
like-
Keida.
Go up in those mountains. Let me know.
It's so weird. It's like this
Dormant-
weird culture here where everybody's
Yeah.
like, it's not even that cold. It's California. If I say that enough
cold.
times, it won't be cold.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cold.
And it's like, no, my
fine.
fingers are white.
It's not as cold as other places.
Yeah.
But it's
People
like I don't
from
go to New
Minnesota.
York in the dead of winter and be like, have you ever been to Iceland? Have you ever like shut up, crazy person? Have you ever been to Greenland?
Yeah.
Why are you complaining? Take your parka off. So weird.
There is that culture of like aggressive forcing gratitude onto somebody.
Yeah.
It's like gratitude aggression. It's like I'm gonna
Gratitude aggression. That's
you
a really
know,
good word
it's-
for it. You also just like can't quantify suffering. Like if the depth
Agreed.
of one person's suffering is here, then that's the depth of suffering they've experienced, and that's the worst they've experienced. If the depth of another person's suffering is here, that's the depth of what they've experienced, and someone else is here. Like it's like the pain Olympics. Chill out.
truly
Calm
the pain
down.
Olympics.
I don't want to compete in the pain
Let people
Olympics.
let people experience the worst trauma. That's why like I know this is controversial, but like whenever like a rich person experiences something, like if it's like genuine, like even like there was that like people were making fun of like there's that photo resurface of Lindsay Lohan when she lost like a Birkin bag that had like millions of dollars worth of jewels in it, and it's like that's what she gets for being rich, and it's like shut up. That's horrible. That's a horrible thing to happen to someone.
Yeah.
And you can't really compare apples and oranges to like all the horrific suffering in the world. It's like in that moment,
Yeah.
that is her personal horror. She is allowed to experience.
Everyone's allowed their
That is her
own horrors.
personal apartheid.
Yes. Her Birkin with the jewels. I'd be pissed.
You know what?
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
And when you're on drugs too, like that's pretty intense.
Yeah.
It's not the worst suffering anyone's ever experienced, but it's like telling people
can't
they're not
diminish.
allowed to like experience pain or stress or trauma because they have while others have not, I think is really crazy.
That's actually a
agree.
really good segue to our first advice question. Thank you guys for submitting questions. I'm very proud of you. After my call to action last week where I got very angry, a lot more people submitted questions. So thank you.
Yay.
If you have any, if you need advice, please submit anonymously at tinyurl.com/nightsschooladvice and we will answer them weekly on the pod. Okay. Speaking of suffering Olympics, we have actually a lot of spicy questions to get into. So here we go. I have a strange friendship dilemma. For some background, I went through a tough breakup last year with my boyfriend of almost 4 years. My friend, call her Becca, knows all about it and how hard it's been on me. But lately, she's not exactly been a girl's girl. After the breakup, my ex started seeing someone new after 2.5 months. Becca was the one to tell me, and she didn't hold back on going in on how amazing, cool, and supermodel beautiful this new girl is, even knowing how low I've been feeling. Fast forward to Easter this year, my ex and I started talking again, and he had me thinking there might be a chance of us giving it another go. During this, I was being really vulnerable with him and I told him I wanted to get back together, etc., etc. So he said that we should take a week, reflect on why we broke up, and meet for a walk. During this reflection week, Becca tells me he's dating the other girl. Again, she brought up how beautiful and incredible this girl was in a way that felt really hurtful. But here's the dilemma. Becca's turning 30 and invited me to her big birthday bash, which also includes my ex and his new girlfriend. The thing is, she doesn't even know this new girl well. They're not really friends or anything. She hasn't mentioned any of this to me directly, despite claiming she cares about me and knows how painful all of this has been. So do I go to her party? Am I being overly sensitive here? Or is this situation actually very weird? Help.
Becca hates you. Do not go to her party.
Becca's gotta go.
Becca's a cunt.
And
Becca's
she's
not a
30
very good
doing this?
friend.
Yeah, Becca's a cunt, and I think she actually might want to fuck your ex.
yeah.
Becca's being
her.
Becca's being a real pick me, and I think that if you want to be above board, you should tell Becca this is a very uncomfortable situation for you, and you hope she understands. As a good friend should, and that you would love to take her out for dinner on her birthday, just the two of you, so that you can like cover the bases of like I would still like to honor your birthday and have fun with you. But I don't believe in suffering for the sake of being chill.
Yeah.
Because that's so weird. And I would go to the ends of the earth to avoid like relationship pain and trauma. I would fake an injury, say that you fell down the stairs and you can't make it, but you'll make it up to her. Indirect approach. If you don't know how to deal with it abrupt up front, then, you know, fake illness. But do not go to that party. Because she doesn't need to invite the ex or the new girlfriend.
The fact that she's
She
inviting
should prioritize you.
the fact that she's inviting your ex to begin with, not cool. Second strike, the fact that she's inviting the new girlfriend, absolutely unacceptable.
She could easily be like, this is what a good friend would do if the ex
Third
was like-
strike, she didn't tell you either.
Yeah. She could have also been like, hey, like your ex is coming, but I told him not to bring the new girl.
Honestly, the only way I think that situation is appropriate is if like you're on good terms with the ex and you
Yeah.
like the new
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Yeah. And you're over it. The fact
Like,
that she
Yeah,
knows.
but like not even over it. Like you like her.
Yeah.
Because it's your best
else
friend's
it's just
birthday is also
tense.
kind of like your birthday. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you get to it's something that is meaningful to you beyond just something like
Sounds like Becca's having some issues of her own and wrestling with her own feelings.
Yeah, but that's
for-
not your problem,
No,
girlfriend.
exactly. Leave
Yeah,
it.
leave it.
Don't. I hope you didn't go to her 30th
And if
birthday
it was
party.
me, I would take a hard look at my friendship with Becca. Because this to me, for me, this is like a mistake she couldn't come back from. I mean, I'm always open to hearing somebody's apology, but the fact that there's no recognition of how she's continuously hurt you, and nobody in this room right now would ever have the lack of consciousness to tell me about a new girl that somebody that I was in love with is dating, especially after 4 years. And then would they have the audacity to hype her up in front of me? Fuck no. So the fact that she's been doing that,
denigrate her, but like don't
of course you don't have
you
to
don't need
denigrate
to
her.
hurt
calling her
someone, yeah.
supermodel.
Gorgeous,
That's
yeah,
what-
Several times.
several times. That's not okay.
That's what people
She's trying to
do.
ingrain that in her brain.
Yeah.
befriend the new girlfriend. Flip everything on its head.
Honestly, yeah.
That's her new best friend. Befriend the new girlfriend, as long as she's not a cunt.
Yeah, dump Becca.
I'd be like,
adopt
yeah,
the
I
new
realize I
friend.
actually am really fucking chill. And she's really model gorgeous. And I decided I want to be friends with her. So, fuck you, Becca.
And that'll piss the ex off too.
Yeah. That's how you actually, that's the indirect approach. That's how you actually win.
Yeah,
It's true.
That's
Friend
the
with the
real,
girlfriend.
the real winning strategy.
Yeah.
So fuck Becca, dump that bitch, and don't go to that party.
Amen.
2 of my best friends introduced me to a couple over a year ago. Ever since they introduced us, I've gotten along well with both of them. Definitely closer to one definitely closer to one more than the other, but nonetheless, good vibes all around. After a while, I noticed tension between one of the girls and I. Okay, so this couple is a queer couple.
A gay.
A gay couple.
Gay.
They're a gay. They're a gay. A girl and a girl. So yeah, after a while, I noticed tension between one of the girls and I, the one I was closer to. My friends noticed it as well. Her girlfriend ends up going out of town one weekend and we all go out, drinks flowing, and the next thing I know, we're dancing, grinding, and she starts telling me we have to lose our mutual friends. Nothing ended up happening that night, but if I'm being honest, I wanted to go home with her. I definitely don't want bad karma, and I definitely don't want to put my two close mutual friends in an awkward situation, but I can't get the idea of hooking up with this girl off my mind. What do I do?
Wait, I'm gonna assume this is a woman who's writing
I think
this.
so, yes.
I'm gonna give the same advice I gave previously on sapphic
Yes.
issues, which is move away. Move away, don't get involved. Because a love triangle with men involved, men are simple creatures.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, there are simple solutions. And a love triangle with that many women, more than one woman, is a nightmare. So move.
Someone might
Forget
also
about it.
Kill
die.
Eternal sunshine of the
Yes.
spotless
I
mind
say
yourself.
do it for the plot. Like, bring some excitement into your life.
ruin their relationship is Kaylin's advice.
Yeah.
Why not?
Just, I kind of agree with Alana. Like,
Get it out of your head.
Yeah, I get it. I think you know what you need? You need a palate cleanse, honey.
it also sounds like you are searching for people who are emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, that's
And it's
true.
the excitement of it too. It's not all you
Exactly.
do it.
Yeah, you're horny and I think you just need to get laid and you need a palate cleanse. And if you can't get this like the idea of hooking up with this girl out of your mind, then you need to separate from this couple because it's not your place to like drive a wedge between these two people. And like you can hang out with them in social settings. Like don't ruin
Also,
your
sorry if
friendship
you
life.
came on here wanting us to be like, go get him, sis.
Yeah.
Like, go break up this marriage. Like,
No, 1/3 of us is trad. I would never suggest this.
yeah,
I would never suggest this. Do not
we don't
disrupt the sanctity
condone-
of their relationship. You should change your sights, set them elsewhere. The thing is like the validation that we receive when someone in a relationship wants us.
It's funny.
It's a very obviously very heightened validation that people feel when someone who should have their eye on someone else, their eye wanders over to you. It's like, oh my God, I must be so special and amazing. Typically, you're just
that
a
part.
pawn
Exactly.
in someone's need to express their
It's a good
demons.
take. I changed my mind.
Yeah.
That is what I serve to do on the show: bully people into submission to come around to my idea. So,
Honestly, I
you're getting
had
the hang of it.
this. I might cut this depending on how I feel, but I had a celebrity crush not too long ago, and I ended up meeting him at a party,
Mm-hmm.
and he like chased me around. But somebody brought up that he was married in front of him and saved me because I was like, absolutely not. Like that's demonic. And we smoked a joint, and then like I could have easily gone home with him, but I was like, you don't want to be.
That happened to me once where I was at Zebulon actually, and it was I don't know his name, but the guy from
Oh, I don't know his name either.
do you know his face though?
Is it or the
He's cute.
oh
And
and yeah.
So I was dancing with this guy and having a good time, and he was hitting on me. His friend came over and was like, "Can you believe this guy's having a baby?"
That's crazy because that's almost the same thing that happened to me.
Really?
So, another guy at the after party was like, yeah, so you're like married, right? Like I didn't know he was married, just like you didn't know this guy was married. And someone was like divinely
Married with
intervening.
a pregnant wife.
But that person saved both of, like those people
Yeah,
saved us.
that's
in
an
that
angel.
moment.
But it's
Because-
still like it made. I didn't feel like any moral wrongdoing because I was just
No,
like,
you were having fun.
but just the look on the guy's face where he looked at his friend, he shot like daggers at his friend. And he was just like, yep. And I was just like,
His friend's
freaked
a
me out.
homie,
It
a
freaked
real
me
homie.
out for no, the friend was like, the friend responded like he hadn't caught the vibe, and his friend was then like, my bad. So there was no like,
I think he knew what
there
you
was no
meant.
angel energy there.
Really?
It really, but it like fucked with me for like weeks. I was like, oh my God, that's so
You're going to feel
Dark.
dirty after it, honestly,
Yeah.
especially too since you have a relationship with these people. Like, I think as much as the fantasy is in your head that it's going to be sexy and because it's like you're not supposed to, like,
you're gonna feel awful.
I think you're going to feel awful. Like, the fact that you're writing in means that you're already contemplating it. And again, just put yourself in their shoes. Like, imagine you're in a relationship and one of your good friends that you've had a wonderful time with and hung out with, like, does something that's a huge, massive betrayal.
Yeah.
I think you would feel horrible.
And you also might be a pawn in their relationship. Like it might happen and then they immediately tell each other what's going on. And then you're out and they're in. And that
you've
also
blown
happens.
up your friendship group because it sounds like two of your best friends introduced you to a couple over a year ago. So you're going to blow up your relationship with not only these two people, but your friendship, your two best friends.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Go on Field or whatever little kinky website you can find.
There's so many people
Get
looking
fucked
for,
and move on.
Yeah.
Also, if you want that weird like
Sorry, that was
thrill
really
thing,
aggressive. Love you.
there's so many polyamorous couples.
Yeah, just go for it.
Open relationships.
Yeah, just find one of those ethical non-monogamy groups that are ethical.
Yeah,
Enjoy
go on
that.
Field.
Do
Yeah,
that.
go on Field. Get your freak on.
Wait, Izzy, really quick, who was the actor? I'm curious. Oh.
I know. It's crazy.
Stop.
You didn't know this? I've told you guys this story.
Oh my god.
And it was
That's
wait,
incredible.
Alana, just to set the
leave.
scene.
I have to leave.
We're
I have
actually-
to leave.
My mind.
I have to leave.
It blew my mind. And honestly, I later found out that he was like maybe open with his wife from someone. And that made me be like, fuck.
Yeah, but honestly,
It
it's
wasn't worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's
you
not
need
worth
you
it
need the wife
too.
to come up to you and be like,
It was
I'm gonna
also-
sit in the cuck chair. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Here's the
It's
waiver.
fine. Yeah,
Here's
sign
the
the
waiver.
papers.
Yeah.
And I was also
But that
at a
is
party
That's crazy.
with a lot of people who I really admire in the industry and work with closely. And they all saw what was going
Yeah.
on. And in person, he's even hotter, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
And
That's
he's a little
wild.
more like rugged and he's so hot. I hope he gets divorced.
dissociating.
Just kidding.
Rooting for the divorce,
know.
honestly.
Rooting for the divorce if he's walking around like that and it's not.
Oh, so this was meant to be my like redemption arc. I was like, oh, okay, I still got it. I'm not like
Yeah, the energy of it remains that you
the
were
energy of
wanted,
it remains. I
but-
didn't follow through with it. I made sure to tell all the people I work with who saw me at that party go upstairs to a room to party with him that I was like, hey, nothing.
You are a strong woman.
I know. I'm also not the first celebrity I've curved. Do you know who else I curved? And I'll say it out loud. Harry Styles. In his
That's sick.
prime, when I was 20. In my prime and his
Who are
prime.
you?
That's sick. I've only curved
like-
so that's amazing.
I mean, he's a bit of a
Amazing.
creep, so you were good on that.
Yeah. I went up to him and I said, "You signed my shoe when I was 8 at a car wash." And he put his arm around me and he was like, "That's so beautiful.
Is it?
What are you doing tonight?" And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh God,
no.
you're ruining my childhood. I have to get out
That's
of here."
horrifying.
I was like, "Show me the money." No, okay, I have to leave.
But you've also dated famous people, so we're talking about curving. Yeah.
Not really.
You also curved.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
It's fun when they rewrite the story that like they curved you.
Yeah, that's
Always.
fun.
I'm fine with that. My ego can take it. I'm like, yeah, sure. I was curved.
There's no way any celebrity would ever hook up with me because they know I have such a loud fucking mouth and like they have such a liability. Like there's no way. Like, which I'm fine with. I don't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah, but you're also a girl boss. Like if someone whipped out an NDA and was like, "Let's fuck, but first," you'd be like, "Okay."
I wouldn't sign it.
No one would ever give me an NDA because they know I'll just forget who they are the next day. Like they'll be like, whatever, this girl doesn't
Yeah.
care that much.
Oh, I wouldn't sign it. I'd be like, you mean something that I could leverage into money and make stories on the podcast? I'm not gonna
I
sign
would sign
this.
an NDA
Oh, yeah,
for
me
love.
too.
Oh, for love, yeah. But if it's like, oh, I
But
know.
like for potential love, even like yeah,
Like, ooh.
A.C. Robinson,
Beautiful.
the author, and they're like, "It's just a legal document saying that we will sue you for everything you're worth if
like-
you speak about this." And I'm like, "Get well soon."
and I mean, aren't NDAs notoriously like hard to enforce, anyways?
You have to be really strategic with the way they have to be long if you want them to work, basically, I think.
Like ironclad, yeah.
Like ironclad, yeah.
a lot of people do this. So there's a certain celebrity like hookup stuff that I've heard
Yeah.
about.
We're gonna end this on a pretty easy one, I think. I was dating a guy for a few months. He says he loves me and cries whenever I said it wasn't working. So now I found out that this guy has been going on dates with other women, talking to other women. Clearly he's manipulating me and is ugly inside out. T. Now I don't want to leave him just like that. What should I do? He doesn't own a car. Poor mama boy. So shrimp idea wouldn't work.
I love that everybody keeps prefacing it being like no car.
No
Yeah,
car.
no
Yeah,
car.
we don't have that option.
You don't even need to. You can just say no car, no shrimp. I think
No
that
car,
should
no
just
shrimp.
be-
Yeah, that's the new tagline.
car, no shrimp.
No car, no
No
shrimp.
car, no shrimp. I would, first of all, forget him. He sounds like a loser.
I'm confused though by the tenor of this. Is this like a desire for revenge? This is a desire for revenge. It's not like how do I leave him? It's like
She feels
This is a
away.
desire for revenge. Yeah, because now
Yeah.
I don't want to just leave him like with nothing. Like, she doesn't want to
Oh,
ghost
yeah,
him.
yeah.
She wants,
him to know what he's done.
yeah, she wants revenge.
So he's been dating her, kind of like being like, "You can't leave me. I love you so much." But then he's also
yeah,
two-timing.
fucking around on her. Yeah.
Okay.
I would look into his friend group, find like an adjacent friend who's not like super close to him, and just see if there's something there, and be like really honorable about it. Be like truly like you're just pursuing your own interests. I think in that scenario, the best revenge would be to like start not caring somehow and refocus everything.
I think you should, if you have like a grandmother or if you have money, go purchase like a nice engagement ring or get one from your grandmother and then stash it at his house and then go on Instagram Live or TikTok Live, wherever you have the most eyes on your, and then you discover the box and you're like, I knew that you loved me and you didn't want me to leave you, but I didn't know that you loved me and didn't want me to leave you this much. Yes, I will marry you, and stage an engagement and then see how he reacts. And then if he's like, wait, actually, you can be like, what the fuck? And then you can have like a breakdown on
Love it.
live and, what, are there other women? Are there other women? There's other women, aren't there? And then you get to confront him, but with a little bit more fanfare.
Yeah.
Fanfare.
There was also one of our wonderful listeners actually submitted a really interesting ploy of how to exact revenge. I won't use her name because she specifically told me not to.
Sorry, the other thing is you could actually marry him against his will, like without his knowledge. You could bring a friend over who's going to officiate, like the Nathan For You episode.
Yeah.
And just have him like trick him into, I need to rehearse this play with you. Will you rehearse this play?
Yeah.
Got you. My friend
We're married.
is a licensed minister.
That fake paper you just signed?
We're married
real.
now. Yeah. And if you're in California, California has a fidelity clause, right? Or California doesn't. Go to a state where they have a fidelity clause, and then you can divorce him.
I think she's in
and-
Europe.
Oh, I don't know anything about
I
that.
don't know the
then.
rules out there.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure it's like required by law to cheat in Europe, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
This was one that I thought was really specific that I thought was great. Subscribe him to email alerts from life coaches, therapists, and money coaches. Bonus points if they hit close to home, like email alert on bloggers' latest newsletter on how to overcome hair loss insecurity. So like I would sign him up and be like, how to stop crying. Like find a therapist that will stop male crying or like
Stopping a little bit.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
like even like addicted to infidelity, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. So he
Addic-
feels like he's being watched. and
Sex
becomes
Addicts
paranoid.
Anonymous, like
Yeah.
send him
I would just do really mean ones. I'd be like, how to deal with being really ugly.
Yeah.
Do you know what will do that? Is that website I mistakenly signed up for called Quora.
Oh,
yeah.
They will email you like it's no one's business, any question related. Because I signed up, I guess, because the question I was looking up was about narcissists. And now I get emails about narcissists, like different questions people are asking, different threads. I canceled it obviously because it was too much, but that's a good one. So annoying. Those emails absolutely drove me batshit crazy.
Should we do the gift exchange for the last week? Izzy didn't bring one, so it's just us, and you're giving me a sincere gift, and I'm giving you a shit one.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
It is wrapped in a Rainbow Acres bag.
I put it in a
Beautiful.
bag.
Should I open mine first?
Yeah,
You, wanna open yours
you
first?
open yours first.
Wait, that's amazing.
No, but look at the eyes. Like they did it. Like it's like melted.
It's a good mug.
It is
It's
a
actually
good
kind
mug,
of iconic.
but it was like so poorly crafted. Like the eyes are.
It does feel like somebody was like,
They made it at Color Me Mine.
was like, I'm gonna make him, and they were like, do you want a picture? And they were like, no, I got it up here.
Yeah, exactly. They made
worry
him from
about it.
memory. They made him from
Don't
memory.
worry about it. I got this.
Can I see him again? Yeah, that's from memory. That's just a frog with a little bandana.
I'm also surprised that it's actual Nickelodeon, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I love when there's like off-brand where
Yeah.
it's like preteen, poorly evolved tortoise people. And it's like, what?
That's so funny.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. I
Thank
figured
you.
you could fill that up for as you're writing. Just look at it.
Put some matcha in there.
Feel inspired. Is this your book?
Just wait.
She gifts me her book.
I thought about it. It's my mom's book.
I did not stop.
I'm gonna cry.
Jesse's already 10 pages in her mind.
I designed the cover.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Your mother and I
Is
have been
it-
texting. I'm so
is it
excited.
sold at
a
Rainbow
new
Acres?
definition for reclaiming the feminine. Huh?
I'm on cloud 9.
Flip it over. You can see a picture of her. Admin
Queen.
reveal. Gina reveal.
looking stunning.
Looking stunning. Oh my god, I'm so
Looking
excited.
like
This was
her
amazing.
daughter.
This is the best gift ever.
Amazing. I'm sorry.
I was like, I wasn't sure if we were doing White Elephant or not. And as I was leaving, I was like, oh shit. I was like, Keida's going to end up with this book. I wasn't sure if we were doing like a full like office exchange vibe.
He would've loved
and I was
it.
like, he'll read it. Yeah, I was like, Keida would read this.
Yeah, he'd love it.
would.
He'd love
I
it.
forgot until I was 5 minutes away. I could have found something in my car.
Here
for
you go.
Sure. Stop.
That's really cute.
I'm gonna cry.
Elfie's gonna eat it.
She will.
Aw. Yeah, you can keep
That
that.
is really sweet.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to use mine too.
Okay, I'm gonna get you guys real Christmas gifts.
She
that
gonna
aren't
cry? Are
silly.
you actually gonna cry?
I love little critters and creatures. It's a reindeer.
I got it at CVS like 15 minutes
I know, but I
before we
love
got here.
Squishmallows.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Well, that wraps up our Christmas extravaganza. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to submit us questions every week. tinyurl.com/nightsschooladvice. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. So much more coming in 2025. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.